Thank you, Mr. Now we're going to, yes, Mr. Meshram will give you 2 minutes, please. Yes, what is the point this formulated, Mr. Meshram?
Yes. That 16 class 4, which talks about backward class of citizens, Millard, that does not include scheduled caste, Millard. I am aware about the Indira Sawani judgment.
What is your submission?
Yes, Millard. When the backward classes was included, backward word was included in Article 16, Millard. Before that, the scheduled caste reservation was already settled in the Constituent Assembly, and therefore the reservation.
That backward classes doesn't include scheduled caste?
No, no, Millard. Therefore, I will take Millards to the Constituent Assembly debates, Millard, and the TCUR's documents, Millard. And this argument has never been taken.
But that has been dealt with in
yes,
yes. The larger bench.
No, Millard, this is how nobody nowhere in the history of the Supreme Court, Millard, that argument was built upon by this court, Millard. And therefore, Millard, straight away I'll take to this court on the minority subcommittee's report, Millard, of 1947, my volume 4D, Millard, compilation, filed volume 4D, Millard.
For ABC, B.
4D for Delhi, Millard.
We don't have.
4D to hell, there is no D.
4B you said, no?
We have sent the email. Yesterday we have sent the email.
A, B, C, D.
You have to send the email to the nodal council because then only nodal council are authorized to add to our report.
The nodal councils, Millard. But I'll just read it out to Millard for that purpose. I'll read it out to the Millard. That the subcommittee then, this is from the B.Shiva Rao. This is the minority subcommittee report. The subcommittee then examined the demand put forward by representatives of Anglo-Indian community, but thought it advisable that the question of both minorities yes, Millard. Reservation in services. The subcommittee voted on the general proposition that there shall be reservation in the public services for the different communities mentioned in Group A, B, and C of paragraph 3, clause 3, Millard. Millard, paragraph 3, clause 3 pertains to Anglo-Indians, that is Group A. Group A, Anglo-Indian, Parsis, Plains tribesmen in Assam, Millard. Group B pertains to Indian Christians and Sikhs. And population and Group C, Millard, for the Muslims and scheduled caste. So now, Millard, they were considering the reservation for these 3 groups, Millard, and they have held, it was agreed that the provisions, if any, regarding reservation, word is most important, Millard, regarding reservation should appear in a schedule up to the Commission Constitution Act and should have the force of directive of government policy. The decisions were as follows. 1. Agreed by a majority of votes 16-1 that there shall be reservation in services for the scheduled caste. This is Article 296, Millard, corresponding to Article 335 of the Constitution present, Millard. Then agreed by a majority of votes 9-7 that there shall be reservation in the services for Muslims, and so on and so forth, Millard. And then they have specifically considered one more aspect, Millard, that the subcommittee then considered the question as to whether seats should be reserved even for posts which computation examinations are held. The decisions were as follows. A. Agreed by a majority of votes 11-6 that there shall be reservation for scheduled caste in services to which recruitment was made by competitive examination. And this is Article 296, Millard, corresponding to 335. Now, Millard, that 296 was differently worded during that time because the reservation was granted based upon the minorities, Milad. And that article, Milad, was worded as
So what is the submission that you are making?
submission is that the 16 class 4 does not apply to the scheduled caste and their reservation comes from 335. Because altogether this aspect was never considered.
335.
335.
335 doesn't speak about reservation. It only says that
Yes, Milad.
claims of the scheduled caste will be
Just
taken.
into the efficiency of administration. And you know, the danger of making that argument would be
Yeah.
that it cease to be a part of the chapter on fundamental rights.
Yes, Milad. That's what we are just explaining, Milad, that what transpired in the Constituent Assembly. This is what I'm exactly proposing, Milad.
Mr. Meshram, you are appearing for which matter?
Milad, this is the implement application I have
In
filed
the
for the
Punjab
state
matter.
of Andhra Pradesh.
State of Andhra Pradesh.
No, Milad, not for the state of Andhra Pradesh. The one person who was the petitioner in Andhra Pradesh matter in 2019.
You are the one of the petitioners.
And in the Supreme Court also, I was a petitioner in Chinnaya, Milad.
All right.
And therefore, Milad, we have won that case in Chinnaya, Milad. So therefore,
You are saying reservation for the SCs doesn't come under 16.4 at all.
that is historical truth, Milad. That is a historical truth, Milad. And therefore, 296 was worded, Milad.
But then why did the Constitution, why was the Constitution amended to include clause 4A?
That was because,
4B.
Milad,
And then why was the constitution amended for the first time in 1951 to bring sub-article 4 in article 15?
Milad, 16 class 4 is the original article.
No, 16.4.
Yes.
Then if your argument is to be accepted,
Yes.
then the reservation in educational institution would also go away.
Milad, that was article 15 class violation or class 1 of 15 class violation, Milad. And that was for the backward classes, Milad, not for the scheduled caste, Milad.
No. The GO of Madras government was specifically for scheduled caste, which provided 10% reservation in
Provided
medical
for communal reservation.
Communal reservation.
Communal, and they said, Milad, in Champakam that is hid by the discrimination based upon caste, Milad. So therefore, that has come, Milad. But let us appreciate the fact, Milad. This is historical.
No, but then what happens to the entire law which has come from N.M. Thomas onwards that
Yes, but those judgments
reservation in
required-
favor of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe are traceable to
That's
64.
what
I thought these are all flag bearers of the movement for the
Considered
justice to the scheduled caste. If we had to today say that N.N. Thomas and Akhil Bharat Ke Shoshit Khan,
With
they all will be overruled.
Milad, due respect, with
We'll
due
be
respect,
going
they have
back
not
to
considered
the
this.
we'll be going back to the Devdas and the Devdas days.
Milad, neither Indra Sahani, Milad, or the judgments which were rendered before that, Milad, they have dealt with this. Even Milad, the Champakam did not deal with this, Milad. And therefore, Milad, 296 was worded, Milad, that very
I'll
peculiar,
let you
Milad.
consider it. You have filed your written submissions, right?
No, Milad.
Then give us
Then,
a
Milad,
short note.
let us
put it
see
on
the
record.
article 16 class 3, Milad. That 16 class means 10 class 3, Milad, present day 16 class 4, Milad. There is a debate on this, Milad, in the Constituent Assembly, and whether the backward classes
But we
SC,
can't be
STs are
confined
included
only
in-
to a Constituent Assembly debate. Now
Yes.
we have a rich body of jurisprudence on 16.4.
Milad,
We can't say that the
Milad,
scheduled
we
castes
are
are not within 16.4. This will be